calling for the Pixar game.
She didn't think she was going to get through that fast. She's like, oh my God, he picked up.
Yeah, wait, what?
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right. What's your name?
My name's Lenise.
All right, Lenise, I have 4 questions. All you have to do is go 3 for 4, and I will give you tickets to go check out Toy Story 4 this weekend, okay?
All right.
Pixar name game. Here we go. To infinity and beyond is the catchphrase for this Toy Story toy.
Buzz Lightyear.
All right, Mary's looking at me like, okay, it gets harder. It gets harder. This film follows the journey of a house strapped to balloons flying to South America.
That's
Maybe these are a little bit easy. I'm sorry. Joy, sadness, fear, disgust, and anger are all plot emotions in this Disney Pixar movie.
Inside Out.
And that's how I won tickets to see Toy Story 4. Hey Disney Dreamers, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Lenise. This is LZ Enchanted, and I'm filming on my computer right now because I'm charging my phone. I have another video that I have to film right after this, so I thought this was just easier. So please excuse the background and the recyclables in the back. But anyway, I wanted to share with you my Toy Story 4 review. I saw it yesterday on like technically opening day. And there's a lot that I want to share. This review is going to be completely spoiler free, so don't worry if you haven't seen it yet. I want to keep this video as short as I can, but before I get into the actual thoughts of the movie, I want to share with you my movie watching experience because it was god-awful. Yes, I won tickets to see the movie for free, so that was great, but they literally had to make it hell. So I live in a town where the movie theater is 5 minutes away from my job. I got out at 12:30 yesterday in the afternoon. There was a 12:50 showing, so I could have just hopped on over and saw the movie, paid $9, still would have been in my hometown, 15 minutes away from my house, would have been fine. The day before on Thursday, I won the tickets to see the movie, as you saw. I had to drive 40 minutes away to pick up the movie tickets, which is not horrible. It's just I had to pay a toll, I had to drive back 40 minutes, and I've never driven to this area before. I'm not the best driver ever. I just got my license like a few years ago, but it was fine. I made it there and back in, in one piece. It's fine, whatever. But anyway, so I had to drive 40 minutes to get the tickets. And the area where I picked the tickets up, there was a perfectly good movie theater 20 minutes away. It's still far, but it's within the same town. The movie theater is located in a huge mall. I could have just spent time there. It would have been great, fine, whatever. But I can only redeem the movie ticket at 3 movie locations, all of which absolutely suck. They are the old-timey kind of movie theaters that, have thin walls so you can hear the movie playing next to you. The actual theaters themselves are small so that whenever someone opens or closes a door, you can hear it. It was just awful. So I chose the movie theater closest to where I was from picking up the tickets. I will never ever go back there again. It just sucked. There was a guy in the theater who was snoring so loudly, and we didn't even get into an hour in the movie. Like, I was just like, dude, come on. And he proceeded to receive a phone call set at the highest ringing level and answered the call. Like, no, step out and answer it. Turn your phone off. What is the point of reading the turn off your cell phone advertisement in the beginning of the movie if you're not gonna adhere to what it's saying? Huh? There were children in the back that were making farting noises and laughing at them when the movie had like more quiet moments. It just sucked. Really, really sucked. It sucked. Now, besides my movie watching experience, I'd like to get into the actual thoughts of the movie because it's not the movie's fault that I had hell watching it. But overall, I really did enjoy the movie. I thought they did a really great job with wrapping everything up. I don't anticipate there being a Toy Story 5 because of the way this movie ended. But then again, I kind of felt that way at the end of Toy Story 3. So who really, really knows? But I really think with Toy Story 4, it's done, okay? They did a great job with that. I loved so many things about this movie. I laughed, I cried 5 times, you guys. I literally had tears coming down my face before the Toy Story 4 title was on the screen, so it was pretty serious. There are a lot of the new characters that I liked. I loved Ducky and Bunny. I loved Forky. Forky was like my favorite. I mean, I kind of knew that going in there. I fell in love with him in the first trailer that came out when he said, "I was made for soup, salad, maybe chili, and then the trash." Like, he was just really funny, and he was a lot funnier than I thought he was going to be in the movie. So they did a great job with his comedic timing. And back to Ducky and Bunny, just like the voice acting with Key and Peele. Like, great job with them. I love them. They're idiots. They're hilarious. I also liked Duke and Boom. I didn't like love him, but I thought he was great for, you know, his role in the movie. His story is so funny and kind of reminiscent of Lotso. Not that he's evil, just like his story. I actually really did like Gabby Gabby more than I thought I would. I really do like her. The dummies were still very creepy, but they weren't as creepy as I thought they were going to be. Let's just leave it at that. I didn't really care for Giggles McDimples. I liked the relationship dynamic between her and Bo Peep, but like her as a character, like by herself, she was fine. She didn't really add or take away anything from the story for me, so could have done without her. I just love that they gave more screen time to Bo Peep, you know, because in the first two films she really was just like, I guess, Woody's girlfriend or whatever, but she didn't have that much time, you know, on the screen, especially in the second movie because Jessie got the spotlight. And in the first movie, she barely had any. So I love that this movie is more focused around her. And now she's a total badass, so that's great. Another thing that I loved about this movie is the animation. You can see it came a far long way from like over 20 years ago. You can see it in like Sid's dog in the first movie. Like, he's a short-haired dog, but he didn't have fur in the animation. Obviously, fur was very, very difficult to computer animate at the time. But, like, the fur on the cat in this movie was spectacular. Definitely realistic. I love what they did with the chandeliers in the antique store. The way the sunlight was catching in the chandeliers and, like, the light was floating around the room. It was just spectacular. It was breathtakingly beautiful. So animation was like A+ in this movie. But one of the things that I loved about this film was the representation of like minority groups in this film. Like, one of Bonnie's classmates had two moms, which I thought was just so present day and just so amazing, especially with like Pride Month and everything. Like, yes, I feel like maybe that wasn't like planned, but it was just pretty awesome to see. We saw a little boy with the cochlear implant in the movie, which I thought was just so sweet and awesome. And you definitely see more people of color. Obviously, Bonnie and her family aren't white, but like you see darker kids in the film, like, yes, for the melanin. And you also see how like not everyone is a size pinky, you know, like Bonnie's dad bod, yes, for the win. Like, I love that dad bod. Bonnie's mom has the thickums, you know, like, I just love it. I love the representation. So it's just night and day between the first movie and this movie. It's amazing. They've definitely come a far way. But anyway, I think that's really gonna wrap up my review. Overall, I really did love it. I actually kind of liked it a little bit better than the third one. The third one's still not like my favorite. I still really liked it, but this fourth one was just like funnier, and I loved the story a lot more. I loved what they did with Forky at the end. You guys, if you haven't seen the movie, stay after, you know, the first credit starts to roll, because they have after movie credits, and you get to see what happens, you know, in the next year. You get to see what happens with Forky, and I don't know if after that scene there are others. I don't think there is, but please, if you've seen it, let me know down in the comments, and you know, try to keep the comment section spoiler free. But I absolutely loved it. But yes, I will highly recommend this to anyone. It was a great time. So let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the movie. Don't forget to click subscribe if you haven't done so yet already, and hit the bell notifications button so you don't miss a single video. And if you enjoyed this review, please let me know by giving it a big thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!